And welcome inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside my partner Pat Garianis, Nick Halliday, Jason Winchell, Mike Lang, the whole crew here for a early Friday afternoon match. One and Salesianum. For that loss they took here last winter in the semifinals against Smyrna.
Yeah, without a doubt. This has got the makings of a great one here. Salesianum undefeated within the state of Delaware, in the midst of a very challenging in-state schedule, to be completely honest with you, against a tough Smyrna team who's really finding their groove, Nick, coming into this game at 7-3. Two guys that have really been standing out for them, number 25, Lish Gregory, and number 23, Devin DeMoe. And I'm looking forward to this matchup. I think this has big-time chance to be a big game here, competitive game.
And both of these teams starting to really get rolling here in the state of Delaware. Salesianum 4-6, led by head coach Taylor Trevison, and at 4-6. Most of those losses, if not all of those losses, coming to out-of-state programs. What a schedule Coach Trevison has put together for the Sals early this year. And again, all, I believe, 4 or 3 in a row now that they've been back in state, looking for the 4th one in a row here. And Smyrna with some big wins as of late, including one over Dover last week. So again, should be going there, led by, of course, Andrew Mears. They are 7-3, as Pat alluded to earlier. Smyrna ranked number 10 in the Delaware Live Sports top 10. Sally's coming in at number 5 as we're set, ready to get started here at Birkenhauer Memorial Gym.
One thing of note here for Salesianum, number 2, Kareem Thomas, starting in this one. We saw him really come into his own as this season has progressed. He was coming off the bench, gave a really good offense, and now he's starting. The sophomore has played himself into the starting lineup, Nick.
Yeah, how about that one? As we are underway here today, starting lineups: Sam Walsh, Thomas Hinson, Justin Mullen, and Darion Williams. And for Smyrna, Majesty Carter, he's got the ball right now as they get it inside. That shot off the mark for him, and here come the Sounds the other way.
Majesty went in there strong, couldn't quite finish. And this man right here, Mullen, couldn't quite hit, but he's in a tear. He's looking healthy. We talked to him on Wednesday, and he definitely feels he's about 8. He says he's around 90-95%, and you can see it. He just looks way more fluid with the ball. Jay Winchell, our statistician here, alluded to 48 points, 24 rebounds over the last 2 games.
Now we have a whistle down near the far end of the court. I believe out of bounds, going to go the other way with the Sal's defense, able to force a turnover here. 50 seconds into quarter number 1, still 0-0. And Pat, an early start for us here on this Friday, and not quite the crowd you might get on a Friday night as opposed to a 4 o'clock start. But still, some of the Sally's faithful here on the other side is able to come up with the steal, looking up to Kevin Woodgriff. What a block by that man, Kareem Thomas, who you mentioned earlier. Second chance, though, up and in for Smyrna. That's a guy we might hear a lot of, and that's Lish Gregory.
Yeah, absolutely. And they ran a jump. The sophomore got the steal. Nice recovery, but good follow by Gregory. And yeah, 4 o'clock tip-off. Obviously, the snowstorm, the Mambo Genesis we're all getting ready for, has us moving this thing up.
Isaiah Hinson from the left wing beyond the arc. That 3 misses. Here comes Smyrna with a 2-0 lead the other way. Here's Lish Gregory able to get inside. That's a tough fadeaway jumper off the mark into the hands of Mullen. So 2-0, the Lish Gregory bucket early. The only difference here as Mullen lets one fly too long, battling underneath as Darion Williams stays on the block. Put back is a little short as well.
You're going to want those. I mean, that was a great job by Williams getting the offensive board. Got to finish at the rim there. That's a tough one for the South.
Again, Pat, you mentioned it. Some guys to watch out for: Devin DeMoe and Lish Gregory for Salesianum. I'm going to let him play. Some contact there. Laro's going to fire up a 3. And Daniel Laro, the junior, with the beyond the arc triple here.
Confidently pulling up, raising up for 3 there. And this is a good start here for Coach Mears and this Smyrna group. Jumping out to the 5-point lead early on the road.
Nick Halliday in front of us here at 5:33 remaining, first quarter action. Mullen's going to hand off to Williams. Around the back he goes, hesitates, stops on a dime, shot rejected.
Carter with the block. How about this start for Smyrna, Nick? You know, Sally's, that's been a big thing for them in these last couple of games is quick starts, getting out early. Not happening here in this one. Smyrna really pushing the tempo.
Yeah, Pat, you mentioned it, some double-digit leads in the last few as that three is up halfway down for Majesty Carter. And now here comes Hinson the other way. Just a little bit too much.
Nice
a little
hands,
too
Nick.
much juice on that one, but we'll haul it in over here at Delaware Live Sports.
It's tremendous right there by you, my friend. The one-hand snag. I like the idea, though, right there. Hinson felt like, he was going to get Williams on the back cut there in transition. Just the miscommunication between two teammates. They'll talk that over in the timeout.
Again, 5-0 here early. Salesianum, you just mentioned it. We were in the process of talking about it, building double-digit leads. We saw them up 14-16 against William Penn, up double digits on Middletown after the first quarter, and again, shut out. Only been through 3 minutes here early, quarter number 1 here at home, but Smyrna with a 5-0 lead here.
Absolutely. It's a really good start for the Eagles as they continue to try and get, mount this season in the right direction.
Again, yeah, it's a little bit of a slow start for the Smyrna Eagles this year. A couple tough losses, but they've really turned it around as of late. Big wins again over Dover last week and have won a couple in a row heading into this contest. And our first state orthopedics game of the week between Smyrna and Sally's. Gregory trying to split defenders, some contact near the perimeter. It's going to stay down this end. Foul's going to be on the floor against the Sal's.
First time getting a chance to see Smyrna this year for me. I believe you did their game against Caravel, or?
No, first time for me as well.
Yeah.
I believe Glenn got that one in.
Everything I've been hearing about Lish Gregory has been positive. He's a slippery guy. He can really get to the rim. You look at the box scores, you see multiple games, 20-plus points. And you can see he's got that basketball frame. Tall, skinny, good length.
Good defense by Sammy Walsh on Carter. Gets it to Gregory in the corner. He'll come back and reset. A little man-to-man defense here from the Sal's. Hinson, he's tasked with guarding Gregory.
Hinson, I like it, man. I mean, he's a young guy, but he's got great athleticism, great size to match up with the leader of the Eagles so far offensively this season.
Here's Lish Gregory, top of the perimeter now. Again, no shot clock as of yet here in the state of Delaware. As Gregory trying to take Walsh out here on the perimeter, try to put it on the floor, and there's that 5-second call. Good defense by the Sal's, able to force the turnover here, 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, that's just a frustration possession, right? Gregory's trying to make something happen offensively. Held on to the ball just a little bit too much, a little too much dribbling. They'll adjust, though, early in this game.
Halfway through the first, still just 5-0 in favor of visiting Smyrna. As Sammy Walsh now on the left wing. Back up top to Darion Williams. Right outside the free throw line, he gets it to Hinson. He'll put it on the floor. Lets the defender go by, can elevate and knock it down.
That's the part of his game we saw early in the season that I really liked, was his mid-range jumper. And right there, he used it again, up and in.
Sally's defense forcing the turnover. Carter had to save it from the backcourt. Here's Darion Williams in transition. Kind of just lost the handle. And now some players on the floor battling for it, pulled out by Smyrna.
Good job by Smyrna getting back on D.
Gregory up ahead, and that's going to be finished by Kevin Woodruff.
Nice job there by the Eagles. Great stop. Sally's, they didn't space the floor in transition very well. The Eagles were able to force the turnover and then got out on the run on their own.
Hinson able to get to his spot yet again right outside that free throw line, and he's been knocking it down from the mid-range all season. Another one there, back-to-back buckets.
It's going to be there all the time because the defenders have to respect his ability to get to the rim. That pull-up jump shot is there every game.
DeMoe missing on the baseline, gets his own rebound. Active hands by Darion Williams, pokes it away. Here's Mullen in transition off the glass.
Love it, Mullen. Hey, 2 points is 2 points, right? I think a lot of people are anticipating the dunk. Kind of got stuck on the 11th floor, but 2 points is 2 points. Nice job in transition.
7-6. Good one here to start in the first. Gregory crosses over on Walsh, back up top to Woodruff here with 2:22.
Good job, reset here for Smyrna.
Carter back to Woodruff. He'll let a three fly from the left wing. Miss. Sammy Walsh the rebound. Quickly up ahead, go the Sal's. Going to pull up for three. Off the front end of the rim was Brett O'Hara.
A little too quick of a shot there for O'Hara. You know, you didn't have anybody down here to get a rebound. The transition three is a tough one to make. Look at the defense here, though, Nick.
O'Hara gets it back, and he's going to go right in for two. Nobody in front of him, and the Sal's again forcing another turnover, and the transition buckets working as of late for Salesianum. The other two coming from Isaiah Hinson, and the Sows take the lead 8-7.
Yeah, great job there by Salesianum. Their defense turning into offense there, turning Smyrna over, getting some easy transition baskets. That's the recipe so far here early for Salesianum, and Smyrna's gonna have to take care of the basketball now. That's gonna be key for them.
Again, just one team foul for both of these squads through 6 minutes of action here in the first quarter. Again, this game original scheduled for 7:30 p.m. and like Pat mentioned, due to some snow awareness, we're going to move this one up to 5:30, and then they moved it up to 4 on us. So again, thanks for tuning in. If you weren't able to make it tonight, crowd still starting to get a little bit better here at Salesianum. Student section out in almost full force here. As some subs once again, Brandon Buffone, the junior guard, going to check in.
It's one of those rare instances where they could have just checked into study hall for a couple of minutes, and now boom, they're here for the game.
Trying to trap up top, able to get it over to Lish Gregory, 137 and ticking, 8-7 in favor of Sallies.
And now they got Hines on him. More length, more athleticism. It's going to be a long day for Mr. Gregory with these Salesianum defenders.
Nice feed from Devin DeMoe, unable to finish it was Obeen Coleman. And now here comes Hinson. A little hesitation, spin move inside, trying to back down Carter, left-hand floater on the baseline, no good. There's the athletic Justin Hines, couldn't haul in the second chance.
You'd like to see Hinson put that off the backboard next time.
Not gonna waste any time, Lish Gregory right up with it. And he takes some contact, so he'll earn himself a pair.
Hey, he finally got a little bit of space, right? He was able to get out in transition and get to the rim. In the half court, Sally's has done a tremendous job of limiting his dribble penetration. And he gets himself to the line.
Again, last season, Lish Gregory more of an athletic piece to that team that made the championship run. Lost in the championship to Nana Njoku and Sanford, and Coach Dan Waterman's last game as coach of Sanford as the first free throw goes for Gregory. Now he's kind of developed into more of a scoring option and playing a little bit more skilled this year. He's improved and one of the leading guys on the team.
For sure, without a doubt.
Second free throw up and in for Lish Gregory, the senior. He's got 4 here early, 9-8 back in favor of Smyrna. Now some pressure as we have a whistle on the floor.
There was an inadvertent buzzer. I don't think we needed to stop play for that, but nonetheless.
Nonetheless, back in action as the sophomore, number 24, Joshua Wright, going to check in for Coach Andrew Mears' squad. A little trap action, able to get it to O'Hara, lost it for a second, regroups over to Buffone, one more on the baseline to Justin Hines. That's some pretty offense.
It was. Good cut by Hines, good pass by Buffone. Salesianum starting to figure some things out here, Nick.
Now the pressure, Pat, here we go with some pressure. Hines out on Gregory, here comes the double team, able to beat the trap for a second, lost underneath. Joshua Wright winds up with it, his floater inside, way off the mark, rebound though to the Eagles.
Smyrna, nice reset there. Salesianum, man, they're tough to break down defensively. They just are.
Gregory going to elevate, knock it down. That's a pretty jump shot, and him and Isaiah Hinson exchanging some mid-range jumpers here in the first.
Such a good job on the pick and roll, breaking the defense down and taking what they gave him. Like you said, the mid-range. He can elevate over almost every defender on this court.
8 seconds now for Sally's, Pat, as they get it into Buffone. One more time, try to get it to Hines. Ball tipped out of play. It's going to stay down this end, so the South still with a shot here as the first quarter winding down, a second and a half to get one off.
Let's see what they draw up here.
And now we have an issue with Justin Hines. I don't know if it's a mask issue or.
Well, what's crazy is I mean, I want to say probably 6 of the 10 players on the court have a mask violation. It's a shame that he got singled out there.
They got it into Mullen. They never started the clock. They wasted a good 5 or 6 seconds. The clock didn't even start when Mullen got that shot off. So we'll just play it out here, 11-10 in favor of Smyrna after 1. As we head to quarter number 2, big top 10 matchup. Smyrna on top, 11-10 after 1.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local.
And welcome back inside DLS, our First Aid Orthopedics game of the week on the boys' side of things, visiting number 10 Smyrna, taking on number 5 Salesianum here at Birkenhauer Memorial. Pat, after one quarter, 11-10 in favor of Smyrna. Back and forth these two teams went.
Absolutely, and you know they each had their own runs. Lish Gregory leading the way for Smyrna with 6 points, getting it in a multitude of ways: free throw line, pull-up jump shot, out in transition. And Salesianum, first half of that quarter, they kind of struggled offensively, but they started to find themselves, force some turnovers, get out on the run, and you know, we'll see what they pull up in the second quarter with.
Will Mutz, the 6'4 junior, into the ball game for the first time for the Sals. As O'Hara gets in, going to kick it to the corner. That's going to be a 3 up and in. Count it for Quinn O'Hara. How about O'Hara to O'Hara for 3?
Yeah, Quinn O'Hara, I really like him off the bench. Again, Salesianum, we talked about it on Wednesday. They're very deep. They've already played 10 players in this game. Quinn O'Hara, I think, can really be a big-time scorer off the bench for this team. He can shoot.
There's a floater inside. Woodruff off the back end of the rim. What a rebound by Will Mutz. Here come the Sals. 13-11 here in the second. Over to Quinn O'Hara. Pass up on the 3 this time around as they'll work it around the perimeter. Buffon stuck up top. Gets it over to O'Hara as he'll call out the offense here. Again, Justin Mullen being quiet early on here, letting the game come to him. Drives inside, going to hang. Tough floater off the mark.
Good defense by Smyrna there. There's a lot of off-ball movement by Salesianum. They didn't lose their spot. There's DeMo drilling the 3. They're going to say it's a 2.
Able to step into one. Nice jump shot by number 23 in red. And again, Devin DeMo able to see his hands out on the football field this past fall. What a phenomenal receiving threat he is. And what do we got, Pat? Another stoppage here.
Another mask violation.
Well, it looks like it's going to be one of those games.
I mean, there's
here today.
There's 6 players on the court. If you're going to enforce for one, you got to enforce for all, I feel like, right?
I'm with you.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, DeMo really established himself in football, and obviously this is year 2 of him.
Yeah.
You know, being a contributor on his basketball team.
Another drive and kick, another corner 3. Brandon Buffon going to let him hear about it afterwards, and back-to-back corner triples for Salesianum. It all starts with a dribble drive.
It does, and you know, this is where Salesianum a few times throughout the year has struggled hitting these outside shots. They've gotten open looks, which means the offense is working. They just have struggled in some games. Not in this one. They've already hit a few from deep.
Carter wanted to foul, misleads to Sally's the other direction. Able to get inside was O'Hara. Mullen will hesitate, then launch a 3, and that's 3 straight triples for Salesianum.
Here we go. This is what I'm saying. If they're hitting these shots, they are as dangerous a team as you will see.
One from the left corner, one from the right corner, then how about one top of the perimeter?
Yep.
Shooting practice here for Sally's in the second. They'll work it around the perimeter. Here's DeMo again around the back. Lets Mutz fly by and then banks it in home. Really
nice job by Devin DeMo. Good ball fakes. Way to step through and using the backboard at that angle. Really well done.
19-16 second quarter between these two top programs in the state. Buffon kicks one. How about another 3? My goodness, Brett O'Hara from the right wing. 4 triples in the last 2.5 minutes for the Sals.
Yeah, they're really hard to beat if they're hitting these outside shots. This is something that I think a lot of the Salesianum, hopeful have been waiting for, is a game where they finally get shooting again. Smyrna got to be careful.
Coleman misses on the baseline. Another rebound for Salesianum. O'Hara trying to bring it up past half court. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Floater inside, gets it to roll in. Timeout, Smyrna.
No one stopped the ball. I mean, no one stepped in there to stop Brett O'Hara from the penetration, and he just took advantage.
All Sallies here in quarter number 2. 4:57 remaining. 24-16, largest lead of the evening for the Sals, who come back after trailing 16-15, I believe, heading into the second quarter. And now they're looking at an 8-point lead, Pat.
Yeah, they've done it in a multitude of ways. Hitting the outside shots, which has been huge for them. That was a nice drive there by O'Hara. You know, Smyrna right now, little miscommunication, or maybe a little misunderstanding right now between a few of the players. They were kind of talking it out there going into this timeout. Be curious to see what adjustments Coach Mears and this group comes out with. But yeah, right now, if what they need is Salesianum to cool off from the outside, man, scorching the nets here in the second quarter.
Absolutely lighting it up. 4 triples through 3 minutes. And again, Mullen, he has a 3. O'Hara, Brett has a 3. Quinn O'Hara has a 3. Brandon Buffone has a 3. And you said it, they are scorching hot here. Now looking at an 8-point lead, see if the timeout cools them off a little bit. That's what the Eagles are hoping. And now they'll inbound it here. It's going to be DeMo Carter now with Gregory, Laro, and Woodruff. That's the starting 5 back out into the floor for Smyrna. As we're back underway, second quarter action. They free it up to the corner. Passing up on the 3 was Carter. Gets inside, kicks over to Woodruff. He'll launch a corner 3, short. And then a whistle is going to go against Carter on the baseline, and a good job not only of going up for it and boxing out, but also selling the foul that time from Brett O'Hara.
Oh, it was a frustration foul right there on Smyrna. And, yeah, you know, that was good offense. It was a good look from the corner. Just couldn't quite knock it down. The frustration foul aside, not a terrible possession there by Smyrna.
Buffone will head to the bench. In comes Isaiah Hinson. Sal still looking at an 8-point lead. 4:30 remaining. First half action here on Delaware Live Sports. Justin Mullen, top of the key, will feed Hinson down. Back to Mullen. He'll put it on the floor. Gets to the free throw line. Tries to hang. Floats it up there. Gets his own rebound. Up again. He goes. That one wouldn't fall either. But right into the hands of Quinn O'Hara.
Got to knock those down. Mullen's going to want that back.
O'Hara passes it up. Hinson, he wants 3, and the streak continues. Sally's is red hot here in the second.
Yeah, I mean, this is a danger zone right now for Smyrna. They really need a good offensive possession right now to keep pace.
27-16, largest lead now at 11. Under 4 to play, trying to slow him down. Shot off the mark for Carter. And then a whistle on Daniel Laro as Hinson was dribbling past half court, so we'll stop it for the time being. His first team foul against Smyrna here in the first half, 27-16, 3:47.
Yeah, it was too quick of a possession there for Smyrna, and I didn't like the shot. You know, if you're going to settle for a jump shot, that's fine. Work the ball around a little bit, but I'd really like to see them attack the basket. They've kind of gotten away from that here in the second quarter.
Now they'll feed Mullen just outside the left block. Here comes a little bit of a double team back to Hinson, and now here comes a little 2-man game, little jab step. Hinson will elevate from the mid-range, almost had a shot off the back end of the rim. That would have really got this place up.
Would have. Smyrna lives to fight another possession.
Yeah, they're going to have to find an offensive bucket here shortly.
Well, this is what's tough. Right now, you're Salesianum putting their best defenders on Lish Gregory, and he can't get to where he needs to go.
Another great defense right on cue, Pat. Justin Hines forcing yet another miss. Here comes Mullen in transition. Hangs, fires back to Quinn O'Hara. He'll put it on the floor. Get inside, hop stepping a little bit too much hop in that step.
Yeah, little too much unselfishness. They turned down like 2 or 3 good looks there, ended up in the turnover. But again, that's a win for Smyrna there. Now let's see if they can execute offensively. They really haven't been able to. Sally's has done a tremendous job making Smyrna uncomfortable, and really making them uncomfortable because they are knocking down outside shots.
27-16, I believe Smyrna finished the first quarter with 16 points. I don't think they've yet to score in quarter number 2. If they had, it was only 1 bucket for sure. I know it's either 14 or 16. So Smyrna trying to find that offensive rhythm, but Pat, you hit the nail on the head. It's been the Sally's defense that's forcing the issue here, and now we'll see Carter inbound underneath.
Well, it's been 2 guys. They got their best defender on Gregory, and DeMo has been bottled up as well.
Here's Carter over to Woodruff. He'll try another 3, short yet again for Woodruff.
They're going to keep firing them, though, Nick.
Yeah, that's not maybe a battle you don't want to get into here with Sally's today as Hines puts it on the floor right to the basket, and that one just hangs and misses, but then able to poke it out. Back to Brett O'Hara. Mid-range is good, and the ball is rolling Sally's way. They continue to be hot here in the first half.
Yeah, and it's Smyrna, the body language. There's just a lot of going through the motions right now for the Eagles. And Sally's is playing with tremendous effort right now.
Stuck in the corner, looking for somewhere to go. He finds Justin Mullen. Justin Mullen, coast to coast. How about a 2-hand flush?
Ooh, Sally's pouring it on here in the second quarter, Nick. They're just doing a little bit of everything, man. And like I said, Smyrna, the body language isn't there. They just kind of look like they're just disinterested right now.
Gonna have to do something here offensively, go to the basket or try to get fouled. As now they're gonna trap DeMo, back to Lero, he'll put it on the floor baseline, one more to Gregory. He hesitates a little too much.
Well, and that's because of the defense.
Yeah.
I mean, he never hesitates, so.
And another turnover. Hinson pokes it away from Carter. Numbers, though, in favor of Smyrna as Hinson going to elevate. Oh, that would have been a tough one off the front end of the rim, and that one maybe rushed just a little bit. But when you're feeling it like Sally's has been here in the first half, why not? Devin DeMo and a big bucket, count the foul, and that might be what the Eagles needed to maybe slow down this Salesianum run and try to get back in this one.
Really good take by Devin DeMo. Knew he was going to get the contact, didn't alter his shot. You're right, Nick. That's a big bucket and one. Let's see if that raises the energy level of his Eagles teammates.
He'll head to the line, chance to complete the old-fashioned three-point play for Devin DeMo. 1:12 on the clock here in the first half, a 31-18 lead in favor of the home team, Salesianum. Trying to keep their in-state winning streak alive. You hear the crowd get into it. Free throw, though, good for Devin DeMo. And he's got 7 to lead the way for Smyrna. 31-19 after the free throw.
Eagles need to get a stop here. They're going to try and string together good possessions.
Feeding Justin Mullen, blocked from Carter from behind, and then able to get it is Devin DeMo with some momentum in front of him, able to stop left-hand layup. No, but there's Lish Gregory to put it back for 2, and Smyrna able to haul off 5 quick points and a little 5-0 run for the Eagles.
Yeah, great job there. Again, the Eagles, the energy level rose up. That and one, they came down. They played great defense, got out on the run there. Nice follow by Gregory, and just like that, they're back within 10.
Clock stopped with 49 seconds to play here. Half number 1 from Birkenhauer Memorial Gym. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis, Jason Winchell, our producer tonight. Mike Lang in front of us, getting some flicks, doing a little stats. Nick Halliday, Joey Singles up on the camera here. And again, a good one. Happy everyone was able to make it out to a 4 o'clock tip. And again, a fantastic game as our First State Ortho game of the week. Brought to you by First State Orthopedics, our official game of the week sponsor.
Absolutely. And like Mike Lang, our colleague Mike Lang just pointed out, 5 different Sal's hitting a 3 here in the second quarter. I mean, and Mike, I mean, this is kind of what we just said on air a little bit ago. This is like what the Salesianum team hopeful have been waiting for, is some of these outside shots to fall down. And DeMo, of course, is really getting it done here in the all of his points coming here in the second quarter, and he's got all but the last 2 that Gregory just tapped in.
And Pat, we had a chance to talk to Sally's on Wednesday. They mentioned the loss to Smyrna last year in the semifinals, so that was fueling them. But they also talked about the tough schedule, both out-of-state, in-state. They said they love to play that schedule. It really gets them ready for these games now. And you can kind of tell that way from the way they've been playing in-state after that tough out-of-state start. They're really starting to reel it off here.
Yeah, and like I said, Mullen's getting healthy. You know, the confidence level that these guys have when they were playing some of the best teams in the region. There's a little bit of swagger that comes with that, you know?
There's Devin DeMo, had a chance at the steal, misses Mullen, able to beat him. He goes quickly to Hinson on the block, who hands off to Darion Williams underneath. How about that finish from 24 and White?
Yeah, really nice job. Good patience. Good unselfish basketball there from Salesianum, although they get lost in transition here.
Lero didn't go up with it, had so much room to operate on the inbound, and then he's going to get called for the 3-second call. What a look by Carter on the inbound to loft it cross court, almost entirely cross court, to Daniel Lero underneath on the baseline. And again, just more hesitation caused by that Sally's defense.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't hesitate. Got to go up strong. If it gets blocked, it gets blocked.
Let's see how that affects the Smyrna Eagles emotionally here. Wow. Passing up on the 3 was O'Hara.
Williams passing up on the layup.
Walsh misses a 3, but Darion Williams dominating underneath, and that shot's going to go at the buzzer. The officials count it. And battling on the offensive glass are the Sals as the first half comes to a close, and that bucket going to extend the lead to 14, 35-21.
It was a straight-up hustle bucket right there. Straight-up hustle. Just out-hustled the Smyrna rebounders and got that buzzer beater up and in. Nice little 4-0 run by Sally's to close out the half.
1-point game at the end of the first, and Sally's, what a second quarter it was. You mentioned it. We saw 5 Sally's players hit triples, and that has to do with, or the reason for this lead being as it is, 35-21. Pat, any last second comments, I should say, as we head to the break with Sally's on top by 14?
Yeah, Sally's just got to keep doing. They're playing with great energy right now. They're getting it done in the half court. They're getting it done in transition. They're playing great defense. If they're hitting the outside shots the way that they are today, it's going to be very tough for any team in the state to top them. As for Smyrna, it starts with their energy level. They got to pick it up. They're a little bit just kind of, tiptoeing through the tulips a little bit right now with their energy level. A little bit of turmoil internally. They look like they're arguing with each other. They got to get back on the same page as one unit to try and get back into this game.
35-21. Sal's on top of visiting Smyrna as we head to the break. We come back, we'll get you first half stats and get you ready for second half action right here from Birkenhauer Memorial Gym. Sally's on top, 35-21.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes, whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
Regulars have been enjoying Green Craft Bar and Kitchen since 2015 for award-winning food, great drink selection, and live music. Now it's your turn. Bring your friends and family to our locations in Newark, Kennett Square, and our waterfront locations on the C&D Canal and in Lewis. Even your dogs are welcome on our heated patios. Enjoy lunch, dinner, or a weekend brunch that Elle Magazine said was one of the 50 best in the country, and find out for yourself what keeps people coming back to Green. Not a regular? Stop in and we'll make you one.
We all know that choosing the right company for home preservation can be challenging. Your home is your castle, and only the best and most trusted will work, right? Of course. So why is Ace Handyman Services different and the right choice? We take great pride in our easy, no-hassle scheduling and communication process. You call, we answer, and we listen. Or take advantage of online booking 24/7. Once we understand your home needs, we schedule a craftsman to arrive at a convenient time for you. You then receive a pre-call the night before from your craftsman. On my way text notification so you know when to expect your craftsman to arrive. Regular updates on the progress of your job. Even follow-up prior to any warranty expiration dates. Easy, convenient, no surprises, ever. Our commitment is to treat your home, your family, your time, and your privacy with respect. Rest assured, you are always our top priority. Our multi-skilled craftsmen will complete the work on your home in a workmanlike manner. If we don't, we'll come back to make it right. It's what we do and have been since 1998. Simply put, we're different. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Blue Coast Seafood Grill and Raw Bar in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway, Blue Coast features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple food that highlights the flavors of Southern Delaware. With chef-inspired daily specials, an award-winning wine list, and an extensive list of craft cocktails and local beer, Blue Coast is the perfect spot for a night out. Blue Coast Seafood Grill in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round for lunch and dinner. See you soon.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
First State Orthopedics statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well.
And welcome back inside DLS, our game of the week presented by First State Orthopedics. First State Orthopedics has 29 physicians at 16 locations, which provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions and are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. Make sure to give them a call today, 302-322-3400, or visit firststateortho.com. And be sure you mention you saw the ad on Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis, Jason Winchell, Mike Lang, Pops, Nick Halliday, Joey Singles. We got everybody out here for a big one here tonight. Pat, a top 10 matchup between Salesianum and Smyrna. And Pat, a hot shooting first half for the Sals.
And like I said, I mean, what a welcome sight if you're a fan of Salesianum, if you're Coach Trevison and his group. They've been waiting to unlock the shooting capabilities all season long. Finally happened for them in the first half of this game. Let's see if they can continue.
Sal's led the way, of course, as we begin second half action here. And that one getting it started here for Smyrna. That's a bucket they needed here early.
It was good possession. Lish Gregory was able to get some separation and get into the lane. Now to get a turnover.
Yeah, Smyrna able to force one now. Carter the other direction hangs, and he'll head to found the floor, excuse me, so inbound it. But Pat, you look down at the stats from the first half. Devin DeMoe and Litch Gregory both leading the way, obviously, for Smyrna. They have 8 apiece.
Now Gregory with up to 10 with that bucket.
And then you look at Justin Mullen, Isaiah Hinson. They both had 7. How about Brett O'Hara? He had 9, and those are your 3 leading scorers for Salesianum.
Almost a turnover here. Lucky Smyrna able to keep it.
Carter's going to hang, try to put that one up. Mullen gets the rebound off the miss.
Good defense there. That was a tough shot for Majesty Carter. Couldn't quite knock it down.
Active hands. Lish Gregory pokes it away from Sammy Walsh, and he's going to have to go 1-on-3, and he'll get a foul call here inside.
Look at the aggression, Nick. Whatever Coach Mears talked to his guys about, whatever they talked about internally at the break, it's working for them. They've come out energized and aggressive, and that's a promising sight if you're a fan of the Eagles.
2 free throws coming up for Lish Gregory. And you mentioned that's the way they're going to want to get back into this game. Just almost a minute in here to quarter number 3. Sally's on top 35-23. And now in the second half, you're going to have the tough task of the Smyrna going right in and shooting right in to that Sally student section.
I know. One of a kind, these gentlemen here. One of a kind.
And, showing out, got the attire going. Second free throw misses, and the student section going to let him hear about that one.
Absolutely. Well, I wonder if they missed 2 here at Salesian. Did you get free Frosties?
They got to hand out something, right? That's what you would think. That's the environment they got going. As Sammy Walsh will have it. Pass to Hinson now in the corner. Thought about a 3. Little jab step here. Good defense by DeMoe. He'll pass it up to Mullen as they work it around.
Good defense here. Good patience by Sally's.
Hinson hung, hit another one from the mid-range, but a little extra step in there, and he'll get called for the travel first. Darion Williams going to try to have a word with the official about Isaiah Hinson's move, to no avail. So Smyrna, Pat, able to force a couple turnovers here to begin the third. Crawling back into this one, down by 11, 35-24. Here's Devin DeMoe as they work it around to Carter. Carter back to Woodruff. He's in the corner.
Good ball
Cross
movement.
court to Gregory. He'll let a 3 fly, and he hits it. We saw him warming up from this spot during the pregame, and it did him good there. Knocks down the corner 3.
He's one of the most talented scorers in the state of Delaware. You knew it was just a matter of time. I mean, you saw it was a quiet first half for him. He still put up 8 points. He's come out here ecstatic. And look at that big block.
Underneath, wow, you said it, but Mullen not going to give up on the play. Gets it up back and in, and Justin Mullen with another bucket.
But yeah, Gregory getting unleashed, finding a little bit of separation. He's going to be crucial if the Eagles want to try and come back in this one.
Almost poked away by Hinson, able to regather is DeMoe. Smyrna going to work it around the perimeter here. Here comes the trap. Carter gets rid of it to Laro. One more to Gregory. He'll cross over, goes baseline, somehow hangs inside. Step, but strong, too much on the layup.
It's tough. Good defense by Sally's forcing a difficult jump shot.
Hinson with momentum in front of him, hit on the arm. So 2 free throws coming up for the sophomore Isaiah Hinson. Chance to add on to his 7.
Good job in transition, the secondary transition there by Salesianum. Eagles a little bit late getting back on defense.
Lead down to 10 before the Hinson free throws upcoming. First one is nothing but net for number 11.
Tell you what, man, I mean, again, only a sophomore, Isaiah Hinson. I mean, we talk about it on the majority of our broadcasts. The sophomore class in this region is just absolutely loaded.
2 for 2.
Very poised, very under control for a 10th grader, man. It's impressive.
O'Hara, Mullen, and Hinson all with 9 for the Sal's. Lead back up to 12. Woodruff kicks to Laro in the corner. He'll let a corner 3 fly long off the back end of the rim. And a good job by Darion Williams to go haul in the rebound.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, DeMo, he got up for that one.
Nice pass by Hinson to a cutting Sam Walsh, and he lays it in underneath.
Yeah, that energy that Smyrna was playing with, they've let off a little bit here in the last couple of possessions and giving up layups.
Woodruff has some space to fire. Again, just can't find his stroke here today. That one off the mark into the hands of Isaiah Hinson. And the lead right now back to 14, under 5 to play here in the third. Hinson looking for Thomas up top. Backhand off to Hinson here now as they'll be patient on this offensive possession.
As they should. There's no reason to get going too fast here. Execute.
Mullen spin move inside, back to Thomas. He'll put it on the floor, drive, hands off to Darion Williams, and he goes up strong off the glass.
Nice work. Good patience by Sally's right there. Ends up with a nice contested but good look layup.
Almost halfway through the third. Nice take that time by Majesty Carter. And it was only a matter of time before he got on the score sheet finally with his first bucket. But don't blink, Mullen quickly on the baseline. Will hand off to Walsh for the corner 3. No good, but Thomas unmanned underneath. And he gets the easy offensive rebound, and he's fouled on his way up. So 2 free throws coming up for number 2.
It's happened one too many times here for Smyrna where they just aren't communicating defensively, whether it's someone not boxing out or someone losing track of who they're supposed to be defending, and Sally's ends up with an easy cut or no help defense. They're just not on the same page right now.
So here's the sophomore, Kareem Thomas, another sophomore. Again, he was in the starting lineup, as you mentioned earlier at the beginning of the ball game, and able to get on the score sheet there.
Knockdown shooter, man. Knockdown shooter. He's been really good for this team this year. Coming into his own as the season progresses.
That one just missing, but an offensive rebound yet again for the Sal's. That's, I believe, underneath Will Mutz, who's back into the game. And yeah, Sally's, Pat, as you talked about, just more active it seems like here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, this is, again, really deep team. They're getting after it right now. This is about as good as I've seen them look, to be honest with you. Really complete game.
Yeah, Hines and O'Hara's back in now for Salesianum, as well as Buffone. Hines tees up a 3 from the top of the key. A whistle will keep it down here. It's going to go the other way. There'll be a foul, loose ball foul against the Sal's.
Yeah, good box out there from Smyrna. That was something that you got to like to see because they've been a little hit or miss on that.
Quickly into Woodruff. He'll hands off to Gregory with some momentum. Gets inside, lays it up, and that layup won't go there. For the putback was Josh Wright. Coach Andrew Mears is going to look at the officiating crew, and I believe he'll have a whistle against Salesiana, maybe Will Mutz.
Laying on the floor. Okay, that's almost like a must call. It's a dangerous situation like that.
It's going to lead to free throws for the sophomore. You've been hearing that a lot out of us lately. This one, Josh Wright for Smyrna. So he'll have 2 attempts here. The foul will go against Mutz. That's his first. Coach Taylor Trevison having a word with the officials. As the free throw off the mark, as again, we mentioned the youth. Sophomore shooting right into that student section, and they'll let you hear it when you miss a free throw.
The frosty freeze out.
That's it. That is what it seems like. Second one is no good. DeMo, though, going to sky like he's going up to get the fade route in the end zone. And they're going to call a jump ball. Will stay down this end.
You're right. I mean, he just completely elevated. That was impressive. But we knew that.
Yeah, so he can go and get it at the highest point. That's what he was
taught. My man was jumping over defenders all year.
Able to inbound to Gregory again with some steam in front of him. Count that one and a foul. He's been trying to get loose like that all afternoon, and finally able to find some space. Take it +1 right into the Sally student section, and they're going to – he fell right in front of that first row, and they were letting him have it. It's kind of like you're playing at the Wells Fargo.
Yeah, well, he turned around and said something, and then he had something sticking on him. It was a tape or something, and threw it at them. So they are now fired up.
And he misses the free throw, and they are right, like you mentioned, they're going to let him hear about that one, especially after the series of events. But you got to love the emotion here at Salesianum. 43-31, lead back to 12 here with 3:19 ticking in the third. And again, we'll see if that Lish Gregory bucket and the foul get them rolling again. Mutz hands off to Buffone. Back up top to Quinn O'Hara. He'll call out the play.
Well, this is the end of the floor where it starts. They have to really lock in.
Mutz almost had it poked away into the hands of Buffone, but he kind of throws it away, and O'Hara just going to knock it out. He knows the backcourt violation was coming, and instead of having Smyrna inbound under the basket, they'll inbound here in front of the scores table. Still looking over there.
Father Beretta is going to have a conversation with one of the fine students here.
Again, Salesianum, while we're here, getting a quick shout out. Troy Reeder playing in the NFC Championship game on Sunday. We had a chance to talk to him before the season started, and looking how the season has gone for him as that drive from Woodruff wouldn't fall. Should stay down here. Excuse me. Last touched by, they'll say Smyrna will go the other way, but Troy playing phenomenally here, especially as of late. Big play 2 weeks ago, played well last week, and now finds himself in the Rams, part of that NFC Championship game on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch, man. Obviously, I got the root and interest with him being a Delaware guy. I don't know Troy personally, but it's like you can't help but root for someone from your hometown, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. O'Hara, spin move, hangs, wouldn't get that one to go. Knocked down a few mid-range jumpers here today. He has 9, but here comes DeMoe. Nice crossover, elevates just off the mark with the jump shot, and you hear the Salesianum crowd again. Smyrna just shooting right into it, and DeMoe with a nice move, just a jump shot off the mark.
Yeah, opportunities here for Smyrna to try and creep back into this game. Just haven't been able to execute the last couple possessions.
Able to come up with a steal there in the backcourt. DeMoe lays it in easily. Defense into offense for Smyrna. Timeout on the floor. That's what the Eagles needed. Trying to get back into this one. Still a double-digit lead, but just 43-33 now. Pat, 1:53 to go here in the third.
Yeah, I mean, they're within 10, and they've gotten here before. They've gotten within 10 before, and then Sally's had answered and put up 4 points of their own. So we'll see the timeout here. Let's see what Sally's regroups with. The Eagles got to keep their intensity up, try and continue to put pressure on the Sals.
And again, you mentioned it, they were up around 16, able to crawl back in. A little small run here for Smyrna, and the run occurred as soon as Hinson and Mullen and some of those starters went to the bench. In the first half, that wasn't the case. When the bench came in, they played very well. This time around, Smyrna able to crawl back in at least a little bit here, but still trailing by 10, 1:53. We'll see if we get Mullen and Hinson and company back here out of the timeout.
Yeah, we'll get a look. Again, Smyrna trying to – you talked about their win against Dover earlier the week. Dover had themselves – they were on the ropes last night.
Yeah.
The DMA.
Yeah, we were going back and forth. I know talking obviously off the air, we weren't doing that game, but DMA was in a great position to finish that one last night. But, I mean, again, we'll have to go back and check it out if you didn't. Dover, unbelievable down the stretch to somehow pull that win out.
Yeah.
DMA was looking very good there late in the game.
Yeah, well, I think they were up 7 with like 1:44 to go. Somehow Dover crawled back into that one. Got the win, but who wants to be number 1 in the state of Delaware right now? I mean, it's 3 weeks in a row where number 1 has fallen. Salesianum started the year at number 1, and then obviously they had their slide.
Seaford,
of course.
I don't know if Middletown was ever number 1 before they lost.
No, it goes right to
Seaford, Howard,
Dover.
and
now Dover. Yep.
Wow. Sally, Seaford, Howard, Dover, just to name a few. As we're back underway here in the third, Sally's out of the timeout. Mullen back into the ballgame for the Sals. 10-point lead for Salesianum. Over to St. Walsh. There you go, yeah.
Or it's more of like this is man-to-man, but they're pack lining right now, the Eagles are.
Mullen now in the corner. Gets inside, one top to Kareem Thomas. Tries a spin move. Woodruff got a hand on it.
Great defense by Smyrna here.
Let's see if they can finish the stop. Mullen elevates inside, banks open. Off the glass he goes.
I mean, and that's going to be frustrating for the Eagles. So that was a great defensive possession. Justin Mullen, man, he just made a better shot.
Big shot from the Sals. Lead back up to 13 somehow.
Yeah,
as we have a drive and finish on the baseline.
They had missed a free throw earlier in the quarter. The score's accurate.
Carter with the bucket there, cuts it back to 11. Under a minute to play now here in the third quarter. Sally's maintaining that double-digit lead. Bounce pass to Mullen on the block. Cross court over to Walsh. Fires up an open three, long into the hands of Gregory.
And again, Salesianum now starting to miss from the outside. They were hitting those shots in that first half. Again, the Eagles have a chance to cut into this lead a little bit, get it under 10. Can they take advantage of it?
Here's Carter trying to make something happen. He'll get inside. Floater with the contact is long into the hands of Justin Mullen. Another tough shot there by the Smyrna offense. Just going to pull up all in transition as Mullen. Walsh underneath to clean it up.
Another offensive board, just a little bit of loss of concentration.
2 seconds, DeMo going to have to fire. He does get the shot off. Had a chance, but no good. And after 3 quarters of play, the Sal still on top by double digits. 48-35. They lead by 13 as we head to the fourth.
Yeah, once again, you know, Smyrna they had the chance. They did not execute well on offense. Tough shot there from Majesty. Carter would have loved to see them, you know, move through the flow of the offense instead of, you know, relying on isolation. But fourth quarter, it's going to be a good one, man. Aside from that hot shooting second quarter, it's been a really even game.
Don't go anywhere. It's our First Day Orthopedics game of the week, a top 10 matchup between Smyrna and Sally's. After 3, Sally's on top, 48-35.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo.
Welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis, Mike Lang Pops, Jason Winchell. The names go on and on. Nick Halliday, Joey Singles, whole crew here for this one. Friday evening action. Tip originally scheduled for 7:30. We're here at 4 o'clock. And Salesianum, they are as well, playing well through 3 quarters, 48-35. Smyrna trying to get back into this one, but been trailing by double digits here the last few quarters.
Yeah, Sally's has had an answer for every little mini run that the Eagles go on.
You are absolutely right about that. As we're underway here, fourth quarter action. Top 10. Sally's coming in at number 5, Smyrna number 10. As it's going to be Brett O'Hara to Quinn O'Hara here, top of the key. Brett around the Hinson screen, gets inside, stops on a dime, hands off to Justin Mullen. His layup too strong. Ball tipped out of play.
Just good patience there from Sally's. Thought Mullen, there was some contact, whistles were silent, but just good patience offensively by the Sals, who, you know, they're leading by 13. They can afford to be patient.
Ball tipped, but right into the hands of Quinn O'Hara as they work it around. And you mentioned if Sally's can afford to be patient here, looking at a 13-point lead. Gregory too aggressive on that steal attempt, ran into number 10, Justin Mullen. And a whistle and a foul. Again, fouls have been a little scarce here today, which is what you always like to see. A very well officiated game. Game been flowing pretty well here.
Yeah, it has. And, you know, these guys have been hitting a lot of perimeter, a lot of open shots have been in this game.
Hinson wants to add on to that, and he does. How about the no hesitation triple from top of the key?
It's big, man. That might be the backbreaker. Let's see. That was a big hit. They took a minute off the clock, and they finished it off with a 3.
Ideal scenario for Coach Trevison on that possession. 51-35 lead to 16, the largest it's been all evening. Carter on the baseline, good defense underneath, and work going the other way. And he's been impressive. Quinn O'Hara, another sophomore, and Sally's, these bench players today are playing very well for the Sals.
They baited him right into that, and that was, again, impatience, trying to force the issue there. Swing the ball out top to the perimeter. You know, Smyrna, I think they're just not trusting the offense right now, and it's a 16-point game. I think maybe a little bit of a fire lit underneath them right now, trying to force the issue.
Here's Hinson showing off the handles here up top. He'll pass it over to the right wing to Quinn O'Hara. Works it to Brett O'Hara. Pump fake, he'll put it on the floor. Spin move inside the lane. Back to Mullen, who's been hovering around playing on the post a lot tonight, and then ball stripped away.
Good defense there.
And I don't like to see that mole with a little bit of a hop step there on that ankle. Kind of looked like he was favoring it a little bit. Again, we talked to him on Wednesday, said he was finally starting to get healthy as Gregory, a step back three, way long.
It's contested, but again, I mean, they're not really shooting the ball within the flow of the offense, are the Eagles. It's just kind of like take your pick, who's going to shoot it this time.
They feed it to Williams, hands off to Hinson, fadeaway baseline jumper. Would have been a pretty shot. Shot misses though, but how about a second chance for the Sal's? O'Hara comes up with it, his floater inside won't go, and finally into the hands of Coleman. And as Hinson, what anticipation to poke it away. Euro step and finish, and that's the kind of night it's been for Salesianum.
Yeah, DeMo looks hobbled there. He didn't even give an effort on that layup attempt. Yeah, this has been quite the game for Salesianum.
Say Hinson playing in the little gold medal Kobe's as that shot.
Oh!
What a putback and throw down. Lish Gregory, your top 10 play nominee.
Nice job by Lish. He snuck in, no one boxed him out. I mean, unfortunately, they're going to have to get stops. That's got to be the priority right now. Salesianum in no particular hurry. Nick.
Absolutely right, and maybe we'll finish the game with our Mark Zumal spin move on the baseline and finish inside. And you said it, Darion Williams. He's got 8 after that one.
For the majority of this game, Smyrna has just looked disinterested on the defensive side of the ball, and it's cost them.
Gregory once again going to lower the shoulder, get inside, and just trying to find something on the dribble drive, and he gets some more contact. So from free throws coming up for Gregory. But that's kind of been the only success that Smyrna's been able to find here today offensively, is just kind of putting your head down and trying to get to the basket. Not a lot of offensive rhythm here today.
Right, and that I think for the most part has backfired on them. You know, I've seen quite a few games this year, and Nick, the teams that rely on that kind of offense for their scoring, they don't seem to have a whole lot of success. And I know Coach Mears has a system in here. We've been watching this program for years now under him.
And in the championship game just last season.
Yeah, you just got to trust it, and Smyrna has not trusted it tonight or today.
And again, Sally just out hustling Smyrna again to all these loose balls, even the passes that Sally's have had that have been errant and unable to find maybe their intended target. They're going down and tracking down these loose balls.
Yeah, we're playing with great effort, man. There's a lot of confidence for the home team right now.
55-39, almost halfway into quarter number 4. Coleman on Hines. Hines able to get inside again, and another whistle. And Hines just has a knack of somehow finding the glass inside and being able to get to the cup.
Good aggressive drive there from Justin Hines. I mean, that defense was smothering by Coleman, and he was able to get by him and get to the rim.
So free throws on the way for Hines. And able to not get the first one in is the sophomore for Sally's. And Sally's 4 sophomores in the score sheet today. And that second one is good for Hines. (57-39) as Carter gets inside. He'll take a block from Justin Hines.
Should be 1-on-1 now, Nick.
Yeah, as the fouls now starting to pile up here late into the 4th.
Well, that's what Sally's doesn't want to do, and I know Coach Trevison will mention that to his group. You don't want to put Smyrna on the free throw line with the ability to score with the clock stopped, especially when you're up 18. You just don't want to give them buckets like this.
Second on Quinn O'Hara. Clock stopped at 4:18, and you mentioned it. 1-and-1 coming for Carter, able to knock down the first. 5th point of the night for Majesty Carter.
a lot of chirping from the home crowd here.
And able to get the second one does Carter. 2 for 2 from the line. Lead back to, or cut to 16. Buffon, nice bounce pass underneath, finished it, count it, +1. Will Mutz on the receiving end of that pass, and he gets it to go. Now a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, nice job. Salesian really executing well offensively in this game. They're passing the ball exactly where it needs to be, and for the most part, exactly when it needs to be made. That set up Deuce Mutz for the and one.
Misses the free throw. Hines got a hand on Laro, and I believe we'll walk the floor here with 4:09 remaining. 59-41. And Pat Salesianum, you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast when we started the season back in December. Sally's was coming in as the #1 ranked team in the state, obviously before that treacherous out-of-state start to their schedule.
Yeah.
But now they're starting to click, starting to reel off a lot of wins here in a row in the state of Delaware, playing some of these teams that they're going to see come February, and they look good here at this point in the season.
They're one of, if not the most deep team in the state.
Yeah.
And in terms of guys that there's not a whole lot of drop-off, no matter what lineup or what unit's out there for Coach Trevison.
And again, Justin Mullen didn't have to try to do too much himself tonight. You said it, getting a lot of contribution from up and down the roster. Gregory in transition and is going to be fouled by Hines, who picks up 3 quick fouls here in the last minute or so. Clock stopped for the moment now at 3:48.
It hasn't hurt him yet, Sally's, with all these fouls, but at some point, got to stop putting these guys on the line.
Yeah, they did a great job through 3.5 quarters of doing just that. As again, both teams had not seen the bonus until here late in the fourth, as Gregory able to knock down the free throw. He's up to 19 on the night and by far the leading scorer for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, he's been the guy at the top of the stat sheet most nights in terms of points. It was a struggle offensively for Smyrna in general. Even from the foul line, I feel like they've left some points there as well.
Absolutely. Clock continues to run, under 4 to play as Quinn O'Hara dribbles a pass half court for Salesianum. Again, the Salves not going to get any easier. They're going to go on the road on Tuesday, where they'll take Appoquinimink on. Mullen reverse layup too strong and able to get it back. He'll just kick it back outside.
Sally's is just tough to play, man. I mean, even when they're off shooting, the ball movement, the defense, I mean, everything is there.
You said it, very unselfish. That's what I've learned here today about them. They got great passing. Kick to the corner, that 3 long. Kevin Woodruff going to get the rebound for Smyrna. Floater by Coleman inside with the left hand. Won't go either. And Mullen finally able to hustle it down.
Nice work there by Justin Mullen. Look at that. Oh!
Off night for Justin Mullen. Still obviously doing well in the score sheet. And we're going the other way. How about Quinn O'Hara getting back on defense, cementing those 2 feet in the ground just in time to take the charge from Majesty Carter.
That should be his 5th foul. We'll see.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, Majesty Carter, I mean, you saw the defender coming in. Had a guy running with him. I'd like to see, them space the floor there, make the defender make a decision. Right there, Quinn O'Hara's decision was, I'm going to stop you.
Yeah.
Got to give that one up.
59-42, 2:46 remaining here at Salesianum. It's been Sally's from start to finish, and I guess you could say a minute in, Smyrna went up 5-0 to open up the first quarter, but ever since that point, it's been all Salesianum.
Yeah, big second quarter in terms of hitting from the outside. 5 different Sals hit 3s.
Mullen, that one was halfway down. He's going to want to forget about the shooting night, but half of his shots have been rimmed in and out.
Yeah, off shooting night, and you're still leading by 17.
Exactly, saying the team's able to pick him up, and he's still playing good basketball. He's still got 11 points.
That's just to the depth of Sally's.
And obviously countless rebounds, battles this one. How about the outlet up ahead to his teammate Darion Williams for 2 more, turning into some YMCA basketball here for Salesianum, as Williams now into double figures with 10, and you don't want to see this for Smyrna, as Lish Gregory took a bad fall. Again, one of the better players here in Delaware, especially for Smyrna, who's going to take a walk back to the locker room. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, they took a spill, hit his head. Obviously, you don't want to mess around with that. Want to make sure everything's good there. Such a talented player, man.
Absolutely. Again, the senior has 19 here tonight to lead the way for Smyrna. As again, he's back behind us getting looked at. Again, we all hope he's okay.
Might have took a tooth to the
oh,
head.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. He is bleeding. So
Yep,
I'm not sure
stitches
what
for
happened.
that. Not here, I'm saying we have had prior experience with the old tooth to the head underneath. So 2:09 continuing to play here. 19-point lead in favor of Salesianum. Step back three for Woodruff, who's just unable to find his stroke tonight. And good box out by Darion Williams. And over the back against Coleman. As the fouls, I mean, we mentioned it. We kind of gave it the broadcaster jinx there early in the fourth, talking about how we've had our fair share of letting them play tonight. Well, in the last couple minutes, it's been fouls galore here from Birkenhauer.
Yes, it has. This is another impressive win for Salesianum, Nick. And
oh, yeah.
Again, they're just, every game I watch, every game you see, that they're just really, really putting together quite the resume as the team to beat in the state.
Winners of 3 in a row, and those 3 wins, including 2 over top 10 programs, wins over Middletown and William Penn. And then obviously over St. Elizabeth, you had a chance to be there for that one. 3 straight in-state wins, going to make it 4 here tonight. And then they're going to have to shift their focus to a tough matchup on Tuesday with Appoquinimink, who's coming off a few pretty good wins themselves.
Yeah, Appo, I mean, they've been a surprise, man. I mean, they were a young team in terms of, their new roles, but they've been getting some big wins.
Not letting up anytime soon are the Sal's. Darion Williams picks it at half court, and he's going to go coast to coast. 12 points for number 24. And Laro, step back 3 for the lefty. Won't fall, and then with a minute 19 timeout, Salesiana might be emptying the benches here at Birkenhauer Memorial Gym. You hear the student section all into it here, and Sally's looking at a 23-point lead. And we knew they were clicking, but Smyrna came into this contest playing really good basketball, but ultimately it was all Salesianum today. A very hot shooting night for the Sal's. They were out hustle Smyrna as well, and just almost in every aspect of the game, they were ready for this one.
Yes, they were, and again, it's Sally's doesn't get any easier. You mentioned Appo. Then they go right now our current number 2 team in the state at Tower Hill. Then at home versus, I believe, our number 4 or 3 ranked team, Sanford. Then they go to number 9, Caravel. They visit St. Mark's.
I mean, that's a wild schedule.
Home again versus St. E's. 2 non-top 10 teams, but could give a
tough
scrap.
Teams, absolutely.
Then they go DMA, who just competed with Dover.
And that's supposed to be, maybe one of the lighter games on the schedule.
And then they finish at home versus Howard.
And we talked about this on Wednesday, and we asked the guys about it too, and they'd say they wouldn't have it any other way, obviously, for them and Coach Trevison. But when you take a look at that schedule, especially this season where all these teams were ranked currently now, I mean, you just got to think maybe one of the toughest schedules I've seen. Definitely this year, but overall in multiple years. What a schedule for the Sal's, and that's how you get better.
Well, that's how you prove that you're the best, right? You want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Harmon able to get inside, trying to lay it off to the teammate. Wouldn't fall, and a whistle. We're going the other way with the clock now at 59.7. How about we walk the floor? But Salesianum going to advance to 5-6 on the year. Sounds funny to even say this team being 5-6, still under 500, but obviously the schedule. They're going to creep into the top 5 after this win over Smyrna. Smyrna going to be hovering around that top 10 range now.
Yeah.
As Obina Coleman heads to the line, and Smyrna though has been able to knock down these free throws as of late, just only were they able to get there a little bit sooner.
For sure, man. Just a really good performance here by Sally's today. Right before the snow. Stay warm, folks.
That's right. Stay warm as the second free throw is good for Coleman. You want to stay warm like Sally's shooting night here tonight. And again,
get your bread, get your milk.
and like we said, Pat, it wasn't as we have another 3. This one off the mark, but put back up and in. Patrick McGuinn, another sophomore, the 6'6" sophomore center battling on the offensive glass. Give him his first bucket.
Yeah, nice job by McGuinn. Getting in, getting a bucket.
30 seconds to go here from Sally's. Laro going to try to find his second three, and off the mark into the hands of Nolan Harmon. Now Nolan going to take it the other direction. That shot up and in.
Nolan Harmon, talked to him on Wednesday.
Yep. And part of the leaders of this Sally's team this year, the senior 5'10" guard Nolan Harmon gets his first bucket there. And again, they were excellent on the show Wednesday. Great answers. They seemed focused on Wednesday, and it showed here tonight. And, you know, one thing that they mentioned that we've talked to a little bit already was how Smyrna came into here last winter and beat them in the semifinals, took away a chance for them to go to the championship. And they mentioned that on Wednesday, and that freshened their minds coming into this contest.
Yeah, and they made a statement. No doubt about it. They made a statement in this one. And, I mean, as we said, this Salesianum team, this is kind of what we thought we were going to get from them in terms of it was going to be tough for someone within Delaware to beat them. But they had to go out and do it, right? They had to go out and show that, and they have. They are who we thought they were.
And, Pat, I'm going to put you on the spot here now with 11 seconds to play. We're both going to have to talk this one out. We're going to have to choose a player of the game here. Some great options, and again, we may have to talk about it off the air. I mean, I don't think we've ever had a tougher game where we had to pick a player of the game. I really don't know if we've had that one, as we have our colleague here, Mike Lang, who's been watching the whole game with us, as we're going to try to come up with one here. Obviously, Isaiah Hinson, he was the leading scorer with 14. Darion Williams added 12. Brett O'Hara 9, Justin Mullen 11. So a lot to go over here. Is
just a well-rounded, all-around game here by Sally's. You got to give credit where credit's due. Williams did a great job on defense. Did a great job on the rebounds. Obviously had 12 points as well. Hinson obviously handling the ball. Did a great job.
That shot off the mark, and that's going to be the final shot here from Salesianum as clock hits 0, 69-46. What a performance from the Sals. They get the big win here at home in a top 10 matchup. And, Pat, we're going to go with somebody we didn't have a chance to talk to on Wednesday. We got a chance to talk to Hinson, Mullen, and Harmon. This time we're going to take a look at another senior, and it's going to be the forward Darion Williams. 12 points for him. We'll talk to him
you got the rebounds,
in just a little bit. And you see Salesianum, Isaiah Hinson going over to Father Beretta. Again, big win here for Salesianum. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll recap the stats from the game and talk to Darion Williams, our player of the game, after this.
You want to do it?
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis, now joined by our First Day Orthopedics Game of the Week player of the game, Darion Williams. Darion Williams, 12 points for you, an abundance of rebounds, battling underneath, turning garbage into gold, if you will, under there all game long. But first and foremost, you guys came out with some passion, with some energy right from that tip. Talk a little bit about how active you guys were, chasing down loose balls, just out hustling, it seemed like, Smyrna here today.
It was just a memory of last year to see how we went out, one point in the semifinals. So we replayed that clip multiple times. Remember, we said we're going to come back and beat them. That's simple.
Absolutely.
We outplayed them, like our game plan, played our game plan, beat them.
Absolutely. Now, you seem to be the guy that does, you stuff the stat sheet. How much pride do you take in being that guy that's out there hustling at all times?
I love doing that because I'm a team player. I don't really care how much I score. Like, I know, like, Justin, Isaiah, they most likely going D1. I believe D1, especially Zay. Like, I'm fine doing this because it's always someone that's have to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I'm fine with doing it. And you most likely like a double-double, all that. So, like, I'm fine with getting on dirty, playing defense, get offensive rebound, put it back up. You just got to have an energy player on the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you guys showed it again today. You mentioned how fresh that loss from last season was in your guys' minds here tonight. What was kind of the mentality coming in? What was the mindset coming in? Maybe the message in the locker room coming into this contest, a big top 10 matchup, obviously being streamed here live for everyone to watch and see. Just talk a little bit about maybe what was going on at practice this week and how you guys feeling coming into this one.
Honestly, practice, we haven't been really going live at all because, our schedule.
Yeah.
But, like, we remembered what happened, so it was like, was it yesterday? Thursday, we was like, we're going live. This is for Sears last year. I should have won the championship. So it was like, this for us. This for the team. Like, we trying to win a championship. Like, I'm trying to end my season with a champ. Go off in college.
You guys are on the right track.
Yeah, tremendous.
Keep it going.
Looking ahead, you guys have some more, big time matchups. Starts with Apo on Tuesday. What is the number one goal? What's the one thing that you guys feel like you have to accomplish in order to carry this success on throughout the rest of the year?
We have a phrase called "stay in the moment." So like, if we stay in the moment, keep the consistency up, we'll win the games. Like St. E's, we didn't shoot well, but like we keep playing, still win the game by like 20. So if we really just keep playing hard, keep the consistency, we'll win. Just don't slack off. Don't underestimate anybody. They see it right now. Everybody's being anybody.
Yeah, it is.
Just don't underestimate someone. Keep playing hard, basically.
Crazy. Darian, thanks so much. 4 wins in a row for you guys. Any shout-outs you want to give before we let you go here after a big win? 4 in a row now for the Sows. What do you got?
Boy McGuinn forget his first varsity point.
That's right. Yeah,
nice.
we saw that. Yeah,
Nice.
underneath.
That's for sure, man.
Who else? Nolan. Basically the bench, even though they don't play a lot, but
Yeah.
they give us a lot of energy.
Yeah, they came out and they played. I played some well today as well. Darian, thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it. Good luck on Tuesday. We're going to try to get there for that one. Should be a good one. But 4 in a row. Enjoy it, man. We'll see you Tuesday.
Hey, good job, man.
Well, Pat, before we close things out here from Salesianum, Darian Williams, 12 points, multiple rebounds. Isaiah Hinson, 14. Justin Mullen, 11. Brett O'Hara, 9. Everybody chipping in here today, and a great performance, maybe the best of the season for Salesianum.
All-around team effort, and I'm telling you right now, if that's how they're going to play consistently going forward, it's going to be quite the challenge for the rest of the state to try and knock this team off.
Well, they were number 1 coming in. They're looking strong right now. That'll wrap it up for all of us here at Delaware Live Sports from Birkenhauer Memorial Gym. Nick Alessandrini, Pat Garanis, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell, Pops, Nick Halliday, Joey Singles, Sally's. A big win, 69-46. We will see you tomorrow.
They got canceled.
On Delaware Live Sports. Goldie Beacom got canceled too?
That's Sunday.
We're off the air, so it doesn't